Oh my gosh, you say you like my music? You want me to play it one more time for you?
Let me see.
You don't like my music?
Go ahead. It's early.
We in the building. What is the heck going on up here? Man, if y'all ain't crump, I don't know what y'all in here for, man. 43 likes. I love being with y'all, man. I could be anywhere in the world, but I'm here with you. And man, so many great things are coming. So much is coming. And y'all are front row seats to it, right? You took the first step. You took the blue pill. You know what I'm saying? The red pill. You in the rabbit hole. Where you gonna go? What are you gonna do? Man, I'm so enthused. I'm just so happy to have everybody here tonight with us, right? You know how your hair grows in a pattern? If you ain't beating down the block listening to this, what is you doing? Do you not see this shirt? Do you not see this shirt? Is this shirt not the best thing y'all have ever seen? I'm in the Kangaroo. So live. Show me yours, DP. Hold on. Show me yours. Ow! Funky fresh to death. You feel me? That's a crew, and I'm in it. You feel me? Oh my God, how are y'all doing tonight? We're gonna start 4 minutes early because we're gonna maybe, you know what I mean, do our thing. So glad to have each and every one of you guys staying in tune with us. It is an honor and a privilege to serve you. That's first. That is always first, without any question at all. It's an honor and a privilege to serve. You feel me? A lot of people out here do this for self-serving reasons, and I get that. I get it. Everybody trying to make some money. But not everybody's trying to help people, and not everybody is going to be in your best interest. But again, it's Friday night. I got about 127 people in here. Oh my gosh, I'm just so enthused about the energy and everything that's going on in here right now. I'm especially jazzed about my shirt. What about your shirt? You like your shirt?
Mm-hmm. I love my shirt.
I am in the Kangaroo crew. That's for real. I am down, like full flat. Do you not see my Kangaroo? Thank you, Bethany.
Yes, thank you, Bethany.
Thank you, Bethany. Y'all wait a minute because we're going to, have some stuff like this. If you are a true believer, if you're one of those Kangaroo crew members, I'm going to offer you guys some shirts. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's real talk. Okay? Now, I think the most important thing that you do on a Friday afternoon when you're sitting at home, if you have someone sitting next to you that's wearing the exact same shirt that you are.
Mm-hmm. What do you do?
I mean, you at least say hello. How you doing?
No, you said if you have somebody sitting in the house with the same shirt on as you do what?
Well, that's later on, girl. But right now, we're talking about you say
you
hello.
pause, but are we doing introductions?
You read my mind.
Okay, then I saw you. That's to say.
You got to come up with a more jazzy introduction than it. I am able to be.
I'm conservative. Okay.
No, well, they need to be a little bit out there today. Can we get a birthday turn-up shout-out?
I am refined.
Can we get a birthday? It's like your 23rd birthday.
I am April BB. How you doing?
Ooh, is that as live as it gets? Is you live? Do it again. Can you do it one more time? Hold on. Can I get one more round of applause for Mrs. April Baby on her birthday weekend celebration? Can we get that?
How you doing? That's all you want.
She blessed y'all. Mm-hmm. She don't even give me that when she gets home.
Is you live?
Oh man!
Is you live?
I'm crunk. I'm out of control.
I see.
Do you feel me? You don't even feel me right now.
I'm sipping on something that looked like an apple martini.
And I am in all kangaroo gear. I got kangaroo cup, kangaroo gear, kangaroo Fitbit, kangaroo piece, kangaroo chain.
Shout out to Lisa. Thank you for my lovely package with some of everything in it.
The P.O. Box life is real.
P.O. Box.
Yeah, the P.O. Box life is real. Because I had to drive over there. It's like 18 minutes from the house. I drove there today. I wasn't anticipating nothing.
You think it's that far?
It's 17 minutes from home.
Right, but you know that's like
24 minutes. I'm sorry, 24 minutes.
I didn't want to have a Humble as the city. Mm-hmm. That's the closest for Houston for us from here.
Well, it was all good. It was a good drive. Yeah. If you want to send anything to our P.O. Box, the link's in the description.
You mean the address is in the description?
Address in the description. And I'm just telling y'all right now. First round draft picks coming. Who is? Kangaroo coming.
Huh?
Yeah, MrBrando.com is coming.
Oh.
MrBrando.com is coming.
Oh, okay.
Y'all need to get ready for that. If you go look right now at www.mrbrando.com and see the train and hear the music and feel the vibe, if they don't bring the energy that I bring you guys every time, that's going to be special for some of y'all. Okay?
So I introduced myself. I think you forgot to introduce yourself.
Who, me?
The one in the blue shirt.
Who am I?
I don't know.
I am the kangaroo. I am Mr. Brando. And welcome on April BB's birthday weekend for the reinstatement of the Iraqi Dinar IQD chat room right here, right now. It could be anywhere. You're right here. What are you doing? How you living? I'm living like a beast. Savage out here.
Hold on.
These people keep asking me how I made mistakes. You feel me? Someone said me earlier, Mr. Brando, you made a mistake. This guru said your name. I said, first of all, I'm not a guru. I said, first of all, I am a kangaroo. Look at my shirt. And these other gurus can keep following me. How do they know if I made a mistake if they ain't watching me? Keep watching, watch me. You know what I'm saying? Watch them. Watching me. Always watching. Now, I got some glorious news, and I think it's befitting. Let's talk about Alaq for a minute.
Okay.
Ismail Ali Alaq is the central bank governor of Iraq, okay? Now, a lot of people got it confused, and they said, well, he's going to be here to stay because he just got a new position with the Arab Council. Well, duh. I'm going to go over that in just a few minutes, but duh. We knew that the other day, right? But what you didn't know is that he lost the secretariat of the COM position, which is the second highest position in Iraq. So understand, have you ever been in corporate America, Miss BB?
Have I what now?
Have you ever been in corporate America? I mean, I know you're busy and all, but have you ever been in corporate America?
I'm talking to the audience.
I know, but have you ever been in corporate America? I'm asking a question.
I'm stuck now.
Okay, so let's just say you're a mid-level manager and you get promoted to like, let's say CFO of the company. You're a nobody. You're
a big jump.
Right, it's a huge jump, right? Like because you're part of a crew. You're a part of a crew, right?
Right.
And you get in this job, right? You have no experience at it, but you're finding your way, and also you find yourself in like international accolades, and you've got one of the prominent CBI governors of the world tutoring you, and blah blah blah. and you get a new job being the head of the Arab League as far as the president, vice counsel, and all this stuff. Do you not take that position? It's a cushy job, pays lots of money.
Of course I take it.
Okay, even if you're not forced out because you signed your name on a document that's going to actually hang you in a little bit, but not for that reason, but because you got a cushy more job, right?
To be hung, no, I'm not going to take it.
But you're not really going to be hung because you're part of the crew. You feel me? And I'll explain the crew later on.
Okay.
But when you're a part of the real crew, you know inside information. So I'm going to ask you a question again. Do you take the cushy job and all the accolades, life and Jill, and get out of the Iraqi banking business altogether?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do. Because if you're a central bank governor, it's kind of like being a CFO, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's as high as a position in the government you can get. Besides like the head of the Fed, right?
CEO?
CFO. I mean, CFO, CEO, CIO. There's a bunch of three little words I could use to describe what I'm talking about. But you know what I'm saying when I say CFO.
Yeah.
So would you mention that a central bank governor would be the CFO of a country? He makes all the decisions. Did you do that to me? Okay. Where am I?
No, you just had stuff on you.
Okay.
So yeah, I hear you. Go ahead.
So a lot got replaced as CFO of the.
A lot did.
He is because he got replaced as the Secretary General, of the CON, which is the second highest position in Iraq, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as he went down in flames, he gets a new position, and all these gurus want to say, Mr. Brando, he got it wrong. You're a CFO or a CEO. You don't take a manager position somewhere else, do you?
Mm-mm. No, that's a major step back.
Why would you? Right? You're not in trouble. You're not getting you're not going to be in the limelight, right? That's why they gave Allah that position. Don't get it twisted. What people don't realize about Allah, and I'm giving this to you guys exactly 5 minutes into it, is I'm going to ask all my viewers out there, are you on live with them right now? How many people are in the chat?
I'm in the chat.
I mean, how many people are live with you?
343.
Okay, I'll ask all 343 people of you, what political bloc does Allah, Ismail Ali Malak, Ayalak?
What?
What
you say?
What political bloc does Ismail Ali Ayalak hold in Iraq? What political bloc? You have no clue, huh?
Not even.
Not even a little bit, right?
No.
And you wear the crew shirt like that?
Ask me about some XRP or something.
I ain't ask you nothing. Ask you about this dinar. Dinar gonna give me my money.
Gang, gang, gang.
Gang, gang. Now, I'll break it down to you.
Break it.
Ali is part of the Ismail Ali. He is what? His name?
Go ahead. That name. Yeah, go ahead. It makes me laugh.
He's a part of the law bloc.
The law?
State of law. That's Maliki and Abadi. Do you think if they can't bust Maliki, do you think they're going to be able to bust Malak? They're going to reassign him. They're going to a cushy retirement position with benefits and people got that twisted.
They got that good. I want a cushy retirement with benefits. So
move to Chicago. In Chicago, secretarianism remained in place up until like the early 2000s. In Chicago, look how it worked out for Chicago.
So basically, instead of like stepping down, they just offer an early retirement.
Correct. He was either going to get the internet job, the commission of the internet, or that, and he got that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the whole premises is: will Allah pull the trigger between now and when he's fired, or is there some deal worked out that no one will pull the trigger until after he's retired? Okay. Woo!
When is he retiring again?
Well, as soon as well, remember, they said right after Ramadan, that's what Matak said. And pretty soon, y'all, we can't go over all this online like this.
Okay, so June?
Yeah. May is June. In mid-May, we're switching to a new platform. Sorry, y'all. I know some people are going to be hating mad at me, but I can't say this all the time on air. Monday, Tuesday. I think that it's very telling that the Mahandi A decision has been taken by the Gulf leaders towards Iraq. They're telling them that they're going to be the crown jewel. If on a political basis, if let's just say every political person of Iraq abandoned Iraq, right? People still believe in their oil, still people believe in their fossil fuel business. I think that people are too quick to abandon the currency based upon their own personal belief and what they believe that people are telling them. But look at these big companies such as the Gulf Corporation Council Secretary, the people that are going to keep these people employed for many years. Our foreign policy is consistent with our vision, and Sirius is establishing the best relations and the exchange of interest with Arab and neighboring countries, which is a serious policy stemming from the interests of our peoples and our countries. So if they're not going to abandon them within community, within region, how do you expect them to abandon them after region? You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are missing the basics. So when you miss the basics, you get blocking and tackling all over again. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why a lot of people say, oh, your info's bullshit. That's what someone told me the other day. You must be a Mark Z guy. You know what I told them? You must at least listen to Mark Z to know I'm a Mark Z guy. But if you listen to Mark Z and you know that I am the opposite of a Mark Z guy, I don't believe in Mark Z. Mark Z is full of crap. Most of these gurus out here don't ever tell you about this stuff. And I'm telling you right now that the information that he's giving you is probably less than whack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's a couple other YouTubers in my mouth, but I'm not going to say anything.
Right.
I told you guys about the new compensation package with Kuwait. Remember, so goes the last payment from Iraq to Kuwait. So goes all the money that every guru out here, including myself, said that Kuwait didn't want in revalued money. They didn't want any other money but in revalued money. But they're taking unvalued money because they just received a big payment from them. And they only owe one more payment before they're paid off. So there goes the theory about Kuwait and the whole, they don't want anything but Iraqi revolved money. That's not true. I wanted to make this thumbnail tonight. This picture of water in the background. I know most of y'all don't see in 3D like I do, but most water in the background with the sun in the foreground with like a whole bunch of people on the earth. And my whole problem with Iraq is one, water, and not water just to drink with and have livable substances with, but live with, drink with, cook with, wash with. More so drill oil for, because if they can't drill oil, they're worthless. And the second part was the sun and the electricity, because I wanted that to be a forbearance on, just what's going on in Iraq, because the summer is rapidly approaching. As you guys sit there in your air-conditioned homes, as I do, with the blessings of all these civil liberties that we all have or share, if you're in a free world society, Iraq does not sit there. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because their government doesn't believe in them. And I stand to thank you guys, because I will tell you this. If you're looking at the stock exchange, if you're looking at any of the whole bond system, if you're not looking for stock programs that use reusable energy that is non-warlike, you guys are missing the boat. And forget the guru trash. Think about it. If you can find out what companies are based out of Iraq that are going to use reusable energy that is not war-based, such as water, such as plutonium, such as not oil, because oil's not going to be in there, but water, plutonium, solar, stuff like that a company could come in and say, look, water, you got salt water, we're going to make it fresh water. Plutonium, you can't use it for war. If a company such as that existed and Iraq had access to it, or don't you think they would buy that stock up immediately?
Mm-hmm.
Am I catching you this good?
I'm responding to people. You asked would I buy the stock.
Mm-hmm. You know what stock I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you do, but you're not listening to me, so you don't know what I'm talking about.
No, because I'm responding to people. It's okay. I'm responding to people sending me birthday shout outs.
Well, okay, can we have a brief interruption to our tonight's thing? Will you tell me a little bit about your crypto challenge coming up?
Let's see, what can I tell you about it?
Yeah, we have a crypto channel coming up. I'm gonna be in it. She's gonna be in it. Can I be in it?
Is your Coinbase ready?
Yeah, I'm Coinbase down.
Okay.
I'm BTC all the way.
Okay. Well, we're gonna start.
XRP BTC.
We're gonna
right?
start with the fundamentals of cryptocurrency. So,
Like crypto for crazies, for crypto kangaroos.
yeah.
Like cryptos with a K for kangaroos.
So, like, understanding blockchain, the technology, what's cryptocurrency in the first place, what's proof of stake.
So
what's
Krasic. I'm set tripping. Krasic, like Kasich, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like I'm kangaroo tripping.
I don't get that. I don't get that.
You're not from California. You're from Oklahoma.
But yeah. So we're gonna try to help people set up their Coinbase account.
Right, like me, right?
Yeah.
Someone's new to buying into blockchain, understanding it. And the reason why I bring this all up, because if you don't think the crypto market or the stock market, which I just told you guys, leads into currencies and how it runs, and into precious metals, which I'm going to have a whole.
And I want to do a video on eDinar and how you purchase eDinar, because it is a 2 exchange process. So that we'll talk about that later.
Now, Pimpe is going to also be in this format. He doesn't know it yet, but I'm putting him out there. Pimpe, I'm bringing over all the admins. Everybody's going to be in this new format. The new format's what it's going to allow you to do is have more personal one-on-one time. You'll be a part of the Kangaroo crew.
Don't you think we shouldn't give them everything until we got it all ironed
out? Yeah, you're right. Okay, so no more about that.
Yeah.
So if you want to get back to the news, and you want to look at the money and business of the world, the report published on the site Numbeo, which means the standard of living in the world, for April 2019, that what a citizen averagely spends in Iraq on basic human services is $107. While most of the world pays for a mobile phone is about $40, they only pay a 10-cent tariff on that. In 2006, the IMF got Vietnam to accept Article 8 and its standards. So a lot of y'all asking about Dong and what's happening with the Dong. Article 8 standards have been in place since 2006. Financial Inclusion Week has begun. Will be launched Thursday, so that just happened in conjunction with the ARAB. Now, it's no secret that the ARAB conference, financial inclusion, all these things are happening in Iraq at the same time. If for one reason you think you're missing one for the other, you're missing it. Understand this, that the ARAB conference, Financial Inclusion Week, as well as those Saudi Arabian princes coming in or business people coming in, those are going to be an effective metric of the Iraqi economy. Now, a person sent me an article about the effectiveness of monetary policy versus monetary stability. Policy is one of the most important tools used by countries to deal with economic problems, whether at the level of growth, unemployment and poverty, inflation, and monetary stability. I would say that the CBI has A+ in the whole policy rating. But monetary stability, which is aimed to achieve balance in the exchange rate and safe levels of inflation and increase economic growth, I would say the economic growth part's an A+, but as far as achieve to balance the exchange rate based upon the factors that we know it's suppressed, I would give a lock an F-. And the reason why, because if you are such a scholar of the exchange, then you understand how it will affect inflation as well as inclusion, as well as all these other things. And I just don't see him doing all those things at the same time to make it any value to me. Well, I'm saying me personally. What's wrong? You have a question? It says these instabilities at the economic and monetary level stifle growth, and the money supply is internal variable of fiscal policy. So again, it's not all bad, but what I'm saying is, if you can identify the problem, then you can definitely identify the answer. You see what I'm saying? I think now we can identify the problem. The problem is the the economic instability, which means a raise in the value. Now they know that. And how do you know they're going to raise the value? Because A, they've had countless articles that have come out that I've already told you about. And the stability of it is if you get rid of a lock and put someone in place that's not a Maliki person or the Maliki regime, because remember, a lock comes from the state of law, which is Maliki, and a body's even trying to break away from that law. If you get rid of him and you get these these business people in place in the first weeks of the upcoming month, then all of a sudden you got to say, well, dang, if there's a change and there's a change, there might be an actual change in the nominal value, because who wants a change worse than anybody and going to put a person in that place that's going to invoke change? That's
Bethany asked,
sorry.
Aren't they voting on financial law tomorrow?
The financial administration law?
She said financial law tomorrow.
Okay, the financial administration bill should have been voted on a week ago. I haven't seen anything about it, but if they are, that's breaking news. Okay, that's worthy of a Sunday rant or something if they do that, or a King of Guru pause.
Pause.
Hold on, there was one line I wanted to read to you guys. Foreign currency exchange reserve is a cover for local currency, and this ensures its stability. Foreign currency reserve. So remember, if you're going to have a reserve, it has to be more than 62 billion. So if they're going to, or trillion, even trillion at that point, if they're going to have it in the trillions, then they can revalue. Now, how are they going to revalue that currency if they're not going to have a hard instrument used as a derivative as its function? We already know that answer. The idea is that they can revalue their currency based upon the principles of a cryptocurrency. And I think that's what they're kind of doing and backing it in fiat. Now, people don't think of fiat as being a good base, but think about this. If fiat is based in nothing, then if you base it in gold, oil,
let's go ahead.
gold, oil, precious metals, whatever, then your currency would not be based in fiat. It would be based in something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where you're going to see Iraq go here in the near future.
Bethany said they put off voting until April 27th.
I got a question. Did anybody see China's Xing? He pretty much signed in the approval. He said he pretty much was with the approval for the China trade agreement. Anybody comment on the China trade agreement?
No. Do you think they will have a float for the IQD rate?
Yeah, I do.
Somebody asked a question earlier. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me find it. Oh,
keep going.
Do you think this will happen in April?
I love April, but
we know you love me.
Revaluation with only so few days left, I have to stand at odds. I think between now and the first week in Ramadan. And I'm not trying to hype up every week, but based upon the things that I know, I'm changing my time frame from April, if April doesn't happen, to the first week of end of Ramadan. And not because of any other reason, because if a lot gets replaced and they and I think a lot's going to get replaced. And my source, my person tells me that, yeah, he's definitely out. So I believe that. So Matak has not lied about anything. As far as Ghazandi, as far as Al-Assadi, all these guys in these positions, for as interior minister, he's secretary of education, everything else, he's been spot on.
Yeah, and last day of April is Tuesday, so that's like right around the corner.
It's not going to happen in April.
Is there a way we can't see all the? Oh no, that's about YouTube. Lynn asked if she could see all the chat comments. Unfortunately, as we're live, there's only so many held in here, and then they kind of go away. But if you go back to replay, you can look at old chat comments.
And in the future, if you want to look at old chat comments, it'll be available on Mr. Brando's. Yeah, because we'll find someone to help us screenshot those.
Well, no, because what happens is, so this shrinks. I'll talk to you about it offline. They're always there, but you can't.
What I'm saying is, we get someone just to screenshot, like section, 10 minutes screenshot.
We'll talk about it
later. There was an article someone sent me that when I told you guys about an asset-backed currency, I really believed it. I don't believe in a gold or a silver. I believe in asset-backed as a total. There's an article out there from 2000, I believe in 6 or 3, Might be 6. It was 2003. I'm sorry, that oil could be pegged as part of the revaluation of any currency. And if you did that, remember, those countries that are oil rich would have an opportunity to depeg from the dollar and to peg to oil and to peg natural resources, which would bring you asset banked. And that would help your currency out a whole bunch.
Sammy, Ramadan starts May 5th.
At sundown.
And it ends June 4th. Okay, that answers that question. Go ahead.
They congratulate the Iraqi people and the staff of the central bank. Alaka told you guys about that. The Arabian Banking Conference, where they said was no lie for its inclusion for Financial Inclusion Week. Maliki had a big article out today that said Shia Islamist parties have emerged as a major political actors in Iraq. The Dawa Party. That's the one I was trying to tell you guys. The Dawa Party with Maliki, Abadi, and Alak, most of whose leaders returned home in 2003 after the exile. Ibrahim al-Jahafi, Nouri al-Maliki, and Abadi assumed their position as prime minister. That party, the Dawa Party, is the party we want to see dismantled in some way. There was an expert out there that said Iraq is about to make a major economic change on one condition. On a survival in the area of stability. So what they're basically saying, if you put a stable government in place, the things that I've told you guys, the benchmarks, then you will have legitimacy. If you don't, then you guys will have major problems with government projects as well as private funded projects. Remember, to have stability in Iraq is to have everything, right? Without stability, there's nothing. So I've said that a million times. The central bank has said that. I'm going to go ahead. It's the last 30 minutes. Let's open up the chat for calls.
Pimmy says, I know we're close to the end of the month, but I still think it will sneak in this month.
Well, Pimpe, call in and tell me about it.
Hey.
Thank you guys for all your well wishes and thank yous. The info is pretty easy tonight because we know what we've seen and we know what they've done. I'm not going to touch SIM sanctions. Anise, is that what you read me about? Prince Run, do you still think about April? There's my boy, Uncle Luke.
What's up, my brother?
Hey, what's up, my brother?
Miss April, how you doing?
Good, Lee. How are you?
I'm groovy. I
Here.
told you not to look at those coins. They get addicting, don't they?
I know. Look.
Let's add a call just in case.
Yeah.
To accept, press 1. Voicemail, press 2.
Merge.
Hello?
You gotta hit merge, I think.
Hold on.
Can you hear?
The month has been unbelievable.
You've
You
been
know what I
talking
mean?
the whole time.
Hey, Lee, hold on. Hey, Lee, we got 2 people on the line. What's going on now?
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I still had my YouTube on. I didn't want the echo. Hey, appreciate everything you guys have done. Really, you've done a phenomenal job. With Iraq being a world away, pulling these articles out and explaining them to everybody, we've got nothing to complain about. Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
Have you heard anything else about that 286 rate with the cards?
No.
Which cards are you talking about?
The Q cards.
Henry
and
recently. We know that the cards are supposed to be out. I believe. Wait, I'll find it. I don't want to mislead anybody, but I saw something about the cards. I'll find that article if I do, and I find it. I'll post it in Facebook for Mr. Brando.
Awesome. I'm speaking about the caller that we had. There was a caller that called in and talked about relatives having a card that came out to be about 286. Ring any bells?
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about. And no, he hasn't called me back or given me any inclination that he will call back at this point. So I apologize, but no, not yet.
No worries. Hey, Pepe, great job, you too. And thanks for taking my calls. I'll watch from here, okay?
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
I did see them mention something about a card, but I'm going to have to look that up because specifically I thought I seen Q card. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. But, there's so many other things going on at one time. I really didn't focus too much on it because we know there's a lot going on. This next couple of days, there's quite a bit of voting going on.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on real quick. Al Fashion says, what countries have an in-country rate different from an out-country rate? Well, first of all, United States. Number two, every country that has a currency that's either higher valued in-country, whether it be on par with a single 1-to-1, or an outer country value that's limited, such as China, which is probably like 30 cents to 1. So every country, basically in-country and out-of-country, has a different rate. Now, does that mean that you're going to be able to sign some weird-ass contract rate somewhere? No. But what I'm saying to you is a dollar's a dollar in America. But if you look up the dollar right now, I believe it's somewhere around 94 cents in-country. You know what I'm saying? So it's not unfeasible to think there's a country in-country and out-of-country rate. It's just not.
Okay. I'll read this in a second.
Scooby.
Sorry, Pimpé, go ahead.
Scooby. No, Principal Lex, I'm like Scooby-Doo.
Oh.
I know, right?
James?
And, did you? I think that. Speaking of things that might affect the dinar, I think the China deal is about to be announced, and that's going to help, especially with the Vietnam done. That's for sure.
On the new format, we will.
Yeah, I'm letting you know.
Pimpé, I'm putting you on a spot real quick.
Go ahead.
In the new system that we're about to open up, me and you, we're going to have a different type of format where we can talk a little bit more liberally because it's going to be a buying group and all that stuff. But in there, I want you to do a whole segment on how to buy gold, how to buy silver. Will you do it?
Yeah, absolutely. As a matter of fact, there's a couple people within your group that have, I spoke with on the phone and went over in detail the strategy. I know me, Mrs. April, talked about it too. There is a strategy to it. I have spoken so far with a couple of people in the group. I just kind of fill them in with my opinion and what the strategy is because there is a legitimate strategy. And so, yeah, absolutely, I'll do that.
All right. So from now on, don't give any more gold or silver strategy until we talk about it some more, okay?
Okay.
Hold on real quick. Let me see what this is right here. This is the bodybuilder from Guam. Hold on now. Jason. Hey, Jason.
Hey, Mr. Brando. Hey, happy birthday, Miss April.
Hold on. Let me merge Pimpé.
Please.
Pimpé, you there?
I'm here. I can hear you.
Okay.
Jason, go ahead.
All right, there's Pimpé.
We're all here.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Hey.
Hey, you're spot on with China. I'm following that like a hawk as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's for me, it's not just the dinar or the dung. I follow those kinds of things. For some people know, some people don't know this, but I hate to admit this, but at one time I was a democratical strategist with Senator Reid. So my involvement when it comes to politics, there's many reasons why. But most of it has to do with me watching the stock, me watching the gold, me watching the silver. So that's a big deal. The China deal is huge. And I think once that gets signed, it's going to start a domino effect that's going to change a lot of things, and it's going to happen quickly. That's just my opinion.
There was a comment. There was a comment out there. Hold on. There was a comment out there from a person named Rain Fair that said, No one knows when this will happen. It could be several more months. No one knows until it happens. Well, Rain,
that's true, but
But Rain, hold on. I believe you, and Rain, this is my whole thing, guys. This is a conversation about an investment you're involved in. That's a passive investment. We're going to show you how to get involved in more aggressive investments. But to say that it didn't happen, therefore it won't happen, or it didn't happen, therefore it will happen, is an argument based upon the idea that either you do or don't believe in the reinstatement. Now, I would say this. Has it happened? No. Do we know when it will happen? No. But we do know, based upon the basic principles that the IMF, the Treasury Department, and the U.S. government has set forth, that we have a pretty good idea, not that it would happen, right?
Exactly, and that's how I'm so glad I was able to finally find your channel, because that's how I'm actually basing it on. Exactly what you're saying. We keep hearing everybody saying, "Oh, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen." Yes, they're all correct. We're basing it on what's being brought out to us, just like what you are saying, what Miss April's saying, what Pimpy's saying. Connecting all the dots helps to actually give a little bit more structure and guidance to where we're going. That's the way I'm seeing it. Yeah, it's hard to ignore all the things that are going on with all the investments, with all the meetings, with all the setup. I mean, in my head, I'm seeing a stage being set up with everything that's going on, and you can't ignore it. It's like, you're passing by the stage and you're just looking at all the setup each day, and everybody's saying, well, it's not going to happen. But no, I know, but it's not just one thing. I know me and Mrs. April talk a lot about, I think right now we are in a very unique place and time. If you pay attention to what's going on around you and you strategize just right, even a poor man off the street with $100, if he strategizes just right, might be able to come out the other side with a lot of money. There's just between cryptocurrencies, what we're doing with the stocks, if you know what to look for and you start watching the trends, and if you ride this wave and you time everything just right, and trust me, I've already have all my strategy written out. I'm just hoping that the one that I want to go first happens first, because then that really opens up a whole different world for me. And so I'm just waiting for it to happen. Once the dinar or the Vietnam dong hits, then from there I really charge out the gates hardcore on what I want to do. And the other thing that really sticks out is when Mr. Brando says, watch everything. And that's what I've been doing, is watching everything in the perspective of not just the dinar, but everything connects around the world. It all centers on everything connected with everything. And if you look at that, you'll see it's progressive. That's why I don't get it when everybody says there's nothing happening. There's everything happening. You just have to know how to look. Now, you want to know who those people are that say nothing is happening?
Yeah, those 15-year-old plus, no offense, of a certain persuasion type of peoples that are grumpy, they're older, and they've been holding their investment for 40 years, listening to every idiot guru out there, and probably put it in 3 groups and lost their money 4 times. Yep. But they come on my show and your show, and they say, oh, you guys are full of crap. Well, here's news for you.
You know what I mean?
You've been listening to crap for 15 years. And here's the point. No one's ever proved or shown you a plausible effort or something that could actually happen based upon theory, or not based upon crap they've made up, but crap that's actually out there that you can research yourself and formulate your own opinion. And that's what makes this show completely different than every other. I've gone up against all of them. Dinar Land, I blocked them. I'm going to give them props. These other idiots that were on there with them, yeah, they were on there, but you know what? They never said anything plausible to the investment. They only told me it wouldn't happen based upon that it didn't happen. They never said it wouldn't happen because of these reasons. Does that make sense? Now, you can look at the obvious and I can make the obvious look really awesome, or I can make the very slim not even look plausible, but the idea is that based upon the information that you know right now, if you're going to base upon nothing else, or just read, or just did the things that Jason, that Pempe, that Babe, that Daza, Mr. Frazier, April Beebe, me, Rob from Robert from Matrix or Bob from Matrix, everybody told you the same thing. It's all tied together. Crypto, stock.
Exactly. No, it is. It really is.
Crypto, stock, precious metal.
Together recently.
Yeah, precious metal, asset, gold, oil. It's all predicate to one thing. Now they can say what they want to and don't believe. But you know what? I'm time dating my stamp every time I say it. And I'm telling you guys, when it does happen, don't be mad at me that you missed the boat. And that's why these haters keep watching. I tell them, and it's not going to happen, but you keep watching.
And you know what it reminds me of? If poker players wonder what I'm talking about, because I played poker for a long time. Texas Hold'em, I'm really good at it. So when you go to play in a poker tournament, we have this saying, and that is, scared money doesn't win. In other words, if you're going in there focusing need for the money, like you have this bill you have to pay, so you're trying really hard to win a lot of money to pay your bills. That's scared money. You're not going to win because you don't think with a clear head. You know what I mean? You're too busy focused on the money. If you're investing in any other currency for that matter, and every day you're like, oh my God, I need this to happen because I need to pay some bills. You're scared money doesn't happen right away. It's just going to frustrate you. You're going to go crazy over it. This is just one of those things that you just buy and kick back. It's going to happen. There's no doubt about it. It's going to happen.
Okay, here's an idea. You bought some currency, right? You're kicked back.
Yep.
You're having a water or a ice cold apple drink, and you're talking to like 500 of your closest friends about it, and you're telling them beyond this wealth, there's more wealth that you can ascertain. We just got to follow some principles and understand. What you're doing is developing a culture of a group of like-minded individuals that's not going to settle for the status quo, and that's going to move the actual consumer market based upon not just need or want, but based upon a logical evaluation of the market. And that's what people don't understand. Like, I'll give you an example. If I could take all 3,800 and so people that are on the lives usually, right? Or 6,000 that come on throughout the whole time. If I could convince them to buy one stock or one coin or one product, it would probably move the needle for somebody. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I don't think people...
Okay, so now it is... Go ahead. It is moving the needle. If you look at how, Mr. Brando, you explained it very well. My brother understood it just like that. Once you start getting all these things, which is tied in all together, the investment will keep moving up. And everybody doesn't understand that. That's you couldn't have said it any better.
Mm-hmm.
That's perfect.
Understand this.
Focused on one thing. They're only focused on just the currency.
Right.
Stop focusing on one thing because that's not how it works.
And here, I'll give you... Let me give you another example, both of you. And both of you guys are gainfully employed. Let's say we're invested in this Iraqi Dinar that brought us together, right? What if I told you how you could make some passive income in between time while we wait on this money to come? Would you do it?
Yeah, I mean, anything that's about making money. I like my money to make money for me.
Mm-hmm.
Then all of a sudden now we're not just a live broadcast about something that may happen in the future. Now we're a live broadcast about how to move the needle. You see what I'm saying?
Well, if you really want to move the needle and you have the right group of people with the right money and you strategize this right, you do what's called a pump and dump. And that's how you can change or manipulate the market to benefit you and your people. It's like a roller coaster. You have to know how to do it just right.
Okay.
What the really rich and powerful do. I've been watching them do that, especially over this past week.
Okay, Pepe.
Successfully do that with cryptocurrency.
Pepe, hold on.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. So we can't do that in the Iraqi Dinar because we came in the game too late, right?
No,
But we could do that in other markets, couldn't we?
But you can do that with stock, and you can do that with gold, you can do that with silver, you can do it with cryptocurrency.
So then all these people should pledge right now that they're going to be part of the Kanga Guru crew, right? And we're going to show them how we could pump and dump some things and make some money on the whatever. And we're going to do some things that are going to move the needle. And that's what I keep trying to tell everybody. And we need to employ more of our own Kanga Gurus, set up something that can get them people to where some of those people that are less fortunate can get employed, make some money.
Mr. Brando's talking about doing one.
We're back. We're back.
We're back. Yeah, we're gonna do another show on their channel.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, I do talk in my group a lot about different strategies, but I don't have a show per se. Oh, there you guys are.
Hey.
If
Sorry, we had a little technical difficulty, but we're back.
Oh man, I've seen this movie before. Look at it, it's The Beauty and the Beast.
I'm the beauty. Oh, she's a beast.
Her back on, yeah. I tell you, if you have enough people to do pump and dump, especially with really cheaper currency or cryptocurrency, it's possible.
Well, with another people, we could do whatever we want to do. That's my point. And my point also is to say this. We've come a long way as a group. We're going to go a lot longer. You can listen to anybody you want to help you formulate your opinions. But the one thing you got to listen to is the truth. If you're going to look at anything, look at the articles that are out there. Look at the people that are putting the information, the people that are putting it out there, the people that are commenting. If for some reason you can't ask that person a question, I would question their intent. If for some reason you can't leave comments, I'd question their intent. If for some reason that you don't feel like the information you're getting is not good, I'd question the intent. The idea here is that if all those things are answered and you have an opportunity to make extra money, then you should.
Well, here's the thing. If you're going to say something negative, or if you're questioning something, then tell us, where did you get your information from, so that we can see it, because maybe there's something we missed, or maybe you're misunderstanding what you're reading. I mean, that's the whole thing, is to have open dialogue so that we go together as a group confidently and upbeat. You know what I mean?
I do.
And then all the articles I'm getting are coming straight out of China. They're coming straight out of Indonesia. And
yeah, that's what I do. I watch their news too.
You cannot buy.
Yeah.
But I have to interpret it because I don't speak the language. But when it comes out, it's like, oh my God, it's real. Especially in Iraq. I translate so much because I don't understand. But when it comes out, it's like, it's there. It's real.
Yes.
So please, with the negative stuff, and follow what's going on, because it's coming straight out from them.
No, every day there's more and more positive information. There's a lot of moves happening within the government. There's a lot of moves happening within the banks. I mean, they're doing their inclusives. I think right now the financial inclusives are being done right now. I think that's what I'm waiting for.
It started on Thursday. It started on Thursday, and I
think it's done on Sunday. This is why I still think it's going to happen. People are asking, why do I think it's going to happen by this month? That's why it's that inclusive thing that I'm waiting for them to really just finish it and then let us know what's going on, because I think
that wasn't going to happen anytime soon. Why would you even, start doing things like that? And everything, I don't understand what people are like.
But not just this, I really think that.
Why are they doing that?
I think these people really want to go into Ramadan with a positive note. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think this.
With Saudi Arabia.
I think that during the month of Ramadan, it's going to be like a personal reflection era for a lot of the things that are going on, and that the first 2 weeks after Ramadan, we'll see movement happen. If we don't, then I think that as a collective group, that we need to really start analyzing what didn't happen. If it doesn't by then, you see what I'm saying? By the second week of after Ramadan, if it doesn't happen, we need to pinpoint the exact benchmarks that didn't happen, why we're not where we should be. And once we do that, we'll do a video for that and let people know. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? This is the reason why it didn't happen right now. You see what I'm saying, guys?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I know it sounds crazy. I mean, I know everybody wants to hear why it's happening, but my whole point to you guys is I want to hear why it's not happening, and then offer all the Kangaroo Club to tell everybody, with you, Jason, everybody, and say, look, we can buy and sell whatever we want as long as we do it as a group. We'll make money. That's it.
Pimpé.
Yeah.
So one of our subscribers says pumping and dumping is illegal.
So's insider trading, but they do it.
He said you're going to get Mr. Brando investigated by the SEC.
Shit.
That's only if he's actually doing it. Look, there's no doubt about it. It gets done by the richest hedge fund groups in the world. Everybody's aware that it happens. Are you allowed to do that? No, technically, I don't know so much that it's really against the law as much as it might be an ethics violation, I guess would be the best way to look at it. But it's done all the time. Look at JP Morgan. They suppressed the value of silver. You know what I mean? We've been watching over the last week. I've watched the value of the dollar go up, the Dow Jones go up, cryptocurrency go up, gold and silver at the same time. That's not a regular trend. That usually happens whenever there's a fear of the market crashing. So what they do is they quickly dump a lot of money into the market to keep people from panicking. Whenever you see cryptocurrency and gold and silver going up, that's usually because the market's going down and it's going down quickly. So people panic. They'll start selling their stocks and moving their money where they think it's safe. But to keep that from happening is the powers that be will pump a lot of money into the stock to keep it from crashing. And I've seen that happen twice this week now. Twice with the Dow Jones and gold, silver, and cryptocurrencies and the value of the dollar all going up at the same time.
All right, y'all. I'm going to call tonight early. It's Miss BB's birthday weekend. Pimpé, I've got some things to work out with him for the next channel. I love you guys. And you want to know what the big news is this week? The big news is that a lock is Ismail Almi, whatever his name was. And
Hmm?
no, I told you guys earlier
Oh,
about
yeah.
Ishmael. Yeah,
Yeah.
excellent.
No, I thought you were about to say something more. So
Well, I was, but I couldn't. My tongue got tied, and I couldn't
Yeah.
say anything else. Alak is the same guy, okay. And number two, we've got Ramadan coming up. April still looks okay. We've got a lot of things going on. Websites coming out. We got new stuff coming out with Pimpe, Jason the bodybuilder. I want to get him on here more often. He's a brilliant guy from Guam. He's brilliant. I love Jason. Jason, you know I love you.
And for
I talk to you all the
my
time.
in Mexican,
Oh, yeah.
don't forget we got Cinco de Mayo.
Oh yeah, so Cinco de Mayo's coming up. Past that, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. Enjoy your weekend, and just be looking out for some new things coming out. Okay.
have a good
Everybody
weekend,
have a good
everyone.
weekend. Be safe. You guys have a busy April. Have a good birthday.
Thank you.
Aw, you guys, happy
Bye.
birthday to Miss BB.
Uh-uh.
Happy birthday to Miss
I
BB.
want more XRP.
Happy birthday, dear
Gabriel.
Miss BB.
Happy birthday to me. Deuces.